Hello, my name is Jin. I'm gardening in Eastern Iowa Zone 5B. Today I wanted to show you how my spring bulbs and how the season changes in my April garden. I have planted this bulb for a few years now, and there are more than 1,000 bulbs that I planted. Starting off is my first spring blooming is a winter aconite and also the dwarf iris. I have planted 3 to 4 species. If you wanted to know about the names, please let me know under the comments and I will create another video for you. These are followed by the early blooming daffodils starting their season at the end of March in Zone 5B. This is my backyard, so you can see that all these green shoots is actually our daffodil because we have quite a bit of the deer browsing before we put up the fence. And we have only a very little of the late blooming tulip that I planted here. Now moving forward to the second week of April, I love this daffodil so much. It's called Berried Browning with a brilliant white petal and the orange-red cup. After you see too many white and yellow and see something like a bright orange reddish color, it's kind of like a pops you up, right? The third week of April had excited me a lot because the first early blooming tulip showed up. I love this tulip so much. It's called Tulipa annulata. It is one of the early blooming tulip belongs to the Forteriana tulip that reliably come back year after year. And I have to say this is the third year that I planted here and it's still coming up. Look at these creamy white petal with a deep golden yellow and a red zone at the center. They're gorgeous. A lot of daffodil come up in mid-April. I planted about more than 1,000 daffodils about 2 years ago in both front yard and the backyard. See how much I planted in the backyard before I extend the garden bed to the front. I'm kind of regret right now because in the next few months I have to let this foliage die down in order to have give the energy to the bulbs for the next year. Retrospectively, I probably want all these in between the perennials or the shrubs, so at least once those emerge in the spring, it can slowly hide this yellow foliage down. I'm planning to move the clumps of the bulbs around and extend to the front of my garden, but I probably will let it go into the dormants in summer first before I move things around. Fast forward, then I have mid-spring bloom tulips that come up in my garden bed. These are Darwin tulips. The Darwin tulips are quite reliable to come year after year. I have 2 different species of Darwin tulips. One is a red impressions and another one is an apricot impressions. Although I'm not really sure the apricot impression is look like more kind of the pale pink, even though I order apricot. I don't mind them because they also look pretty and blend pretty well in my garden. Darwin's tulip can bloom quite long. Usually it's about 2 to 3 weeks. The flower also quite big, so you can see very distinct from far out. Once the Darwin tulips bloom, usually it's followed by lily flowers tulip. Those are the one that you can see with the orange and then the red color that you see in my video here. The one I have is Tulipa ballerina. These are so cute, and also another one that grow quite reliable, come back year after year. I have 2 more species of lily flowered tulips. One called Tulipa sonnet. Sonnet have the petal with a red color, and then the edge is actually yellow. So it's an interesting color when you see it. The flower also quite big, and then this also bloom quite long. I think the only tulip that doesn't bloom that long is Tulipa annulata. Those usually just about a week, and then if you have like a big storm coming, usually the petals are all gone. Next lily flower tulip that have this deep rich crimson called Sala Raven. It's named after English gardener and writer, and it also blooms very long. If you want to extend the tulip time in the garden and want to have them come year after year, you should choose Fosteriana tulips for the early bloom, Darwin tulip for the mid bloom, and the lily-flowered tulips for the late bloom. Then you will have about a month that tulip continue to blooming in your garden. Don't cut the foliage after the bloom and let it die back, because the plant need to have the energy to build a strong bulb for the next year. And try to put the bulbs in the clumps of 6 between the perennial and shrub, so at least they can help hiding the yellow foliage. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please subscribe or click like, and I will see you next time. Bye!